right. All right. There we go. Hey, man. How y'all doing? What's that? Hey. Welcome to another edition of the Trey and Alexx Show. My name is Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree. I'm gonna try not to cough a whole bunch. I'm over here riding the orange horse.
Oh, you sipping, some syrup. Sip. Oh, that's what we on tonight? That's how we feeling? You're breaking out the drugs early. Okay, I see you. We finna really get it going tonight, y'all. Wait, she drinking that? What is going on here tonight?
You gotta take it to the head. You don't just take it to the head. You actually portion out your servings with the cup.
Yeah, that's the purpose. That's the reason.
We don't do
for
that.
the cup.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Welcome everybody. TreyandAlexx.com. That's our website. You can log on, check out past shows and all things Trey and Alexx on our website, TreyandAlexx.com. Also, don't forget search us where you listen to all of your podcasts. Alex knows the list of podcast networks we are featured on, and here it is.
Actually do. Apple Podcasts,
Boom.
Spotify,
Boom.
Google Podcasts,
Boom.
Overcast, Amazon
Boom.
Music, Castbox,
Yeah.
Pocket Cast,
All that.
Radio Public, Stitcher,
Good Lord.
iHeartRadio.
Bam. Oh, really? We on iHeart?
I know. I didn't know that either. I was just like, oh, damn, we on iHeart. Okay.
And all you got to do is search Trey and Alexx, and from there you can get linked in. Well, not LinkedIn actual site, but get linked in to us. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Here we go. Shooting the ish. What's going on? What's been up with you lately?
I got a lot to talk to you about. But
okay.
Went out of town and got sick.
Went out of town and got sick.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here. So I think it's a flu because Batman has it too.
Okay. I'm just glad I can't catch nothing. The twinks this here.
This
right
way,
here,
yeah,
so.
yeah, because I have a whole damn Mucinex commercial up in here.
Oh, the little green thing.
The fat dude, his whole family, his extended family, his in-laws moved in with their luggage and their furniture. It is not cute. Yeah, I got that going.
You got it? Okay, wait. A funeral. Somebody died. Who died?
Yeah, went out of town. Batman's grandmother passed away. Rest in peace.
Okay.
The
KK. You
well,
went down
Missouri.
the racist parts of.
We went to the very rural parts of Missouri, and everyone was lovely to me. Everyone was
racist?
I No, everyone was lovely.
Oh, that's great.
It was lovely. I had a chance to see. We did a couple of things down there. I had a chance to see Batman's alma mater. He went to Mizzou, so University of Missouri, Columbia.
Missouri.
So did a little bit of the campus and got to see. He has 2 degrees.
Oh, excusez-moi.
Yes.
Excusez-moi. Okay.
Yeah, he has a degree
in what, archaeology or something like that.
Believe it or not, that's what he was originally going in for. But he went then and did anthropology, and he has English. He has an English degree as well. Yes, pinky in the air.
Yeah.
Hoi polloi.
BSing, and it came to.
Yeah. So that was fun, and I got to see some of his old peeps and his old stopping grounds and some places he worked and favorite restaurants and stuff like that. And going to see his dad's side of the family, because I've met his mom's side of the family, but it was his dad's mom that passed away. Meeting them for the first time, going to the funeral. Funeral was lovely. She looked lovely, lived a full 92 years of life. That's quite a good life, a good long time. Yeah. She looked really good. Whoever did the makeup, I mean.
Yeah. You said
92.
92. My
92.
Goodness. Yeah, after you give the world about 85 of them, man, you're a living legend.
Yeah.
You're an icon of some sort.
Yeah, and she was the backbone of the family, so she was the matriarch.
I would have loved to ask her diet, like what she ate throughout those 90 92 years? Like, was she a vegan the last 30 years of her
No, there's no way.
Was she eating just regular food, steaks here and there, that type of
Sh
stuff?
They're
You
in
know?
rural Missouri. I will say,
Oh, so they just killed a cow and getting down with
well,
it.
Bruce's uncle Vince, he is a regular turkey hunter.
Oh,
So he was actually out turkey hunting, that same week. He makes turkey collars, like little, like they're hunters. They're that's what they do. They're out there and they hunt.
mm.
Hey, I don't hunt turkeys, but maybe because there's no turkeys
That's
in my
not
backyard. I'm from the
I take
city.
I take that back. That's not uncommon. That's not
Yeah.
uncommon.
I
Yeah.
mean, the Native Americans, you live off the land, you do what you do. When
Yeah.
your land is the city and you have
Mhm,
concrete, of course you're not going to be a hunter. But
mhm,
if that is there, that's part of what you do. In Alaska, when we were there, they were going after moose and
mm.
deer and elk and all that stuff.
I don't know if you knew this or not, but yesterday, and so I'm down here in South Florida, there was a rainstorm, record rainfall, like almost 2 feet of rain in Fort Lauderdale, specifically at the airport. Whole airport
Oh.
was underwater. It was crazy. And because of it, my flight was canceled. So I was supposed to be coming
Uh,
back to Chicago this weekend, but I'm a victim of my flight being canceled.
so
Yes.
canceled, not pushed back, not rescheduled, not you got to go out on the
By the
next one.
time I got the notification and tried to change, everybody had already, got all the flights for, if not Friday afternoon, Friday night, even Saturday morning. And I'm sorry, I'm not paying $700 for a plane ticket.
They don't
Not
just
unless
put
I
you
have
on the
to.
next one for free?
Well, they were booked already. I'm assuming, the flights before my flights had to be accommodated. I don't know how the chain of command happens to where, you know, I don't know if that text message that they sent me that said your flight has been canceled. I don't know if that went out to hundreds of the people that were all at one time, or I don't know
Okay,
the
so
order of how
let
they
me
did.
let me go in my wallet real quick. So
Okay.
did I get a refund for my ticket that I bought that they canceled?
Just no cost at changing it.
Okay, so you still can now book another flight,
I'm just gonna go next week.
but it's the same cost.
No cost to me at all.
No cut. Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
care about. I mean,
Yeah.
I care about your schedule. Sorry
Yeah.
about your schedule,
It's
but
all good.
I just want to make sure this is not hitting my pocketbook.
No, absolutely
Okay.
not. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
And
no.
just a little inconvenience there. Well, I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Coming up, we're going to talk about Monique and her new comedy special is called Monique is My Name. Why are you shaking your head? Don't shake your head. Don't tell the people how you feel about it just yet. Just
It's
yet.
called My Name is Monique.
My name is Monique. Right. What did I
Yeah.
say?
You said Monique is my name, talking like Yoda.
Uh, and we're going to touch on Freaknik too. That was a Freaknik documentary coming out that you may see some pictures of Alex with finger waves and biking shorts.
I
So
was wearing finger waves and biking shorts about that time. About that time.
Uh, again, treyandalex.com. Make sure you guys log on. So I'm back doing this workout thing. I'm back doing the
Good
workout
for
thing.
you.
And remember, I told you maybe about 45 shows ago that I bought this bike. It's a Norditrek bike, right? So it
Okay.
has a TV screen on
You
it.
spent some money on that
It's
Nordic
virtual.
track.
Yeah, yeah, it
Me
was, yeah,
too. Just a little
yeah.
chinging. Okay.
A little some. But no, so they have these virtual courses. You're on your bike. You could go to different countries and ride on the mountains and do all of that. But there's this one course that I like because you're in Chicago. It's called the Chicago Mini Series. So it's 6 different bike trails.
Okay.
There's one that starts in South Shore at the South Shore Cultural Center, 71st and what is that, South Shore Drive, and
Yeah.
it ends at Obama's house
Yeah.
in Hyde
Okay.
Park. Does he still? Is he
He still
still?
has the house.
Why though? Does he ever come back to Chicago and stay like overnight? I just
I
thought
think
about
they
it.
have. I think him and Michelle have. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, but Mama went back to her house
And the Shack.
on the south side. She didn't go back to there. She went straight back to her crib.
Hey,
on the
it is
south
what it
side,
is. It was a
further
rental
south.
anyway. I was there from 4 to 8 years, it's all good. You did your thing.
No! Where? Oh, you mean the White House was a
Yeah,
rental. Oh,
it's
Imma
either
say they own
4
that
or 8.
house over there. They still
Oh,
own it.
okay. So that's the first one. Then there's one that goes from Navy Pier to the end of no,
UNO.
yes. It's Navy Pier to, like, the end, like, all the way north, like
Like
Hollywood,
Hollywood. Yeah, okay, okay.
all the
Yeah.
way Wilson, like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the way north.
I've done that. I've done that.
So that's 2 of them. There's one, Magnificent Mile,
Okay.
and so that one starts, like, I wanna say, like, the Art Institute or the Bean in that area.
Millennium Park
There you go.
or a little further, okay.
Maggie Daly Park in that
Well,
area
you
right
know
on
about
there.
that, the
I
Vegetarian
do. A little
Park,
something, something, a little something, something.
yeah. Yeah.
And so it starts there, and you're, riding the bike down Columbus to, like, Roosevelt, and then you're coming around down Michigan, and then you're going back up you're going up, was it Washington or one of those streets? Then you're coming back down to Michigan. So you're curving into, like,
Okay,
streets that go down to Columbus, and then you're coming back up to Michigan, and then you're
okay,
on the bike till about Chicago Avenue, and then you turn, and then you end at Holy Name Cathedral. So that's another one.
okay.
That's another course. There's another one where you're up north. You start at you're riding down Ashland, and then you get on Western and you drive past Lane Tech High School, and then you end up at like Wrigley Field.
Oh, up there, north,
Yeah.
okay.
Each of these trails are like 6 miles.
Okay,
Then
that's
there's
cute.
one and then there's one that's really cool. It's called the 606 Trail Ride. You're on old freight train tracks over there in Humboldt Park. Like it
Oh!
Yeah, like near Sacramento and North Avenue, like a 2 or 3 blocks north on Sacramento. It's a elevated train, or used to be an old train track right there, and they've made it like a bike trail and a jog trail. It's pretty cool. It's real good.
Okay.
Uh,
And these
and
exist in real life, that thing, because 'Cause I've not been and seen the 606,
yeah,
so
this was during Rom's tenure
okay,
as mayor.
Ron.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Uh,
ran on the lakefront. I lived right off the lake, so I just did that. That was
how
easy
many
for me.
how many did I give you? Was that 5? It's 6 of them total. And so they're pretty
That's 6.
yes, pretty cool, courses. So I said that to say that that's the only one I use. You know what I mean? That's the
You
only
just said there's routes all over the world. You
it
ain't
is, but
biked in France and Germany and
I have
Italy
no
and
I have no interest. I don't know if it's a familiarity thing or what. I just like to pretend
it
as if I'm
costs
in
no
Chicago.
money. Travel for free on your
I
bike
got you.
and all
I just feel more comfortable. And,
alright.
the guy that does it, he's a Lane Tech graduate, you know what I
Oh,
mean? So, I feel the whole connection to the city. That's why I don't use other courses. So I will broaden my horizon soon. Soon.
what were you? What are the Lane Tech people?
They were Indians, but it's now I
That's
don't
what I
know what
thought.
the hell it is now because of course, Indians is offensive. Indian is
It's
offensive.
not. Indians don't care about being called Indians. Only other people want to be offended for
Yeah,
Indians.
yeah.
But I just couldn't remember because, being a Whitney Young Dolphin, we just whooped y'all all the time. We didn't need to remember what your little mascot was. We just
I give
we
you
we
that.
whooped y'all.
You
So
got us. Yeah, it's all good. We were number 2 in the city, so it
first
is what it
loser?
is. Huh? The
First
first two.
lose?
Okay, you gonna leave my school
Okay. I'm
alone.
just,
Okay, yeah, we
I'm just messing.
doing too much now. It's too many of them. Way too many of us out here. Don't do us. Don't do us. Okay, so let's talk about Monique. Monique, of course, released her first Netflix special. Remember, it was a whole bunch of controversy with
Oh,
Monique and Amy Schumer, and she was upset because Amy was getting a Netflix special, and she wasn't.
everybody was getting a Netflix
Everybody
special, she
was.
felt, because she was even talking about the men getting it, that she should get one too. She
Yeah,
threw everybody in there, but yes,
yeah,
she
yeah,
thought she was being slighted because she was not getting a Netflix special, and she was the queen of
yeah.
comedy.
So they worked it out somehow, some way. They worked it out, and um,
Like 10 years later, right? This has been a long time she's been bitching.
It's been a long time, and I don't know what happened. I guess Netflix said, "Okay, Monique, let's see what you're talking about, baby."
Okay.
Okay, let me go to Facebook and give you what I think about this because I wrote this down. So first of all, everything that I've seen on Facebook, everybody that commented on Facebook, everybody
Yeah.
that commented about this Netflix special hates it. Does not
Oh,
like it.
okay.
It is not the best work
Not one person had
done.
something great. No, not one person said, laugh my ass off, best special I've seen in my life or in 2023. Not one person. Not one.
This is true. I've
Okay.
seen nothing but negative comments about the special.
Got it.
Now, what I wrote, I just noticed I post a lot on Facebook. Here it
Yes,
is
you
right here.
do. When do you
Here's what I
find the
thought about
time?
here's what I thought about the Monique joint. Well, first of all, when I'm at work and I'm posting, because I'm posting on Facebook at work, so I
It's
just
part
put
of
it,
your job too.
yeah, get to chatting and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So here's what I wrote. It says, "This is why it's always good to experience stuff for yourself. In my opinion, it wasn't as bad as some of y'all are saying. Had a few funny parts, not many. Too much unnecessary cussing. Too much. Overall, she is funny. Again, in my opinion, I think a lot of her jokes were set up well. She just didn't deliver them right, if that makes sense. I give Monique 2 pieces of chicken out of a possible four. I think somebody's dying in the background. May need the Heimlich.
Man, we riding the orange horse. We got the flu over here or
Oh, okay.
something.
Y'all just sick
We the
dogs over there.
whole
Okay.
household,
Out
man.
of a possible 5 or 4 pieces of chicken,
Out of possible 4 pieces of chicken, you give her two
I give her
drumsticks.
2 pieces of chicken, 2 drumsticks. She is funny. She, like I said, she had the framework for a lot of great jokes, a lot of good material, but she just didn't end them the way that she should have. This
Okay.
proves to me that she is, yes, still funny, but you know, maybe she should, perhaps recruit some of these new comedians, like some writers, or maybe a writer. Trust me.
Oh yeah, because she did. I think when I was reading the credits, and I believe the writing credit is her and her husband.
Yeah,
Period.
Kevin
Yeah.
Hart has writers.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. She got an ego though. Her ego is
you need somebody to bounce this stuff off of and say, "Hey, that's funny. Add this. Maybe this will be funny if you say it like this." And all the greats have had people that helped them out. Richard
yeah.
Pryor, Eddie Murphy. So she may want
Yeah.
to think about that. So, like I said, I'll give Monique 2 pieces of chicken. What do you think?
Okay. I was excited to watch this because you told me about it and I didn't know it was happening. So I go. First thing I do, soon as you tell me about it, and later that night, I did not like it.
Okay.
I am hopping on to your Facebook feed.
Alex don't like.
Monique
That's what that
does
means.
not you and I think it's her fault. She talked too much crap leading up to it. When you talked as much crap as she did, you better back it up and then some. Now,
Well, wait. She was never really, really like gut wrenching funny to begin with. So,
well, but that's not what she was saying when she was talking crap about why Netflix is dumb and Netflix is racist and they should have her on. She was saying I'm the funniest thing out here and I'm this and I can bring the heat if they just give me the chance.
she
So
did go there with it. Yeah.
she went too far had she not done all that. But I watched it. Bottom line, did not like it, was not funny. But the material, I got my notes here too, my notes. The material could have been good. I mean, it was there. The jokes just weren't the right ones. I swear for God, my Jesus.
We're kind of saying the same thing.
I think we are. Had you taken that same material, given it to Dave Chappelle, I bet
Hmm.
you he could have hit that out the park because the
Agreed.
material was there. It was just something that she didn't do right with. Way too much cursing, too many MFs, too many N words. It was like, it was unnecessary.
It was. And she was
I,
probably using it as a crutch. You're right.
right? It
Yeah.
was bad, but it was bad, bad, bad. If you are so inclined to play a drinking game, while you're watching with your homies.
In terms of how many cuss words would
How
come
many
across.
times she says, I think no, how many times she says the N word? She said MF, but it's really the N word. There has to be about 200. So take small shots. Takes to super the quarter shots. Do whatever. But okay. So from there, whatever, Monique. The best part of her show was the end, the last line. That was the best part. Now I will say, I sound like such a hater, but um, I
You
think she
think?
was. I think she was trying to do too much. She was trying to act. She was being dramatic and show that side. I think she was trying to say, "I'm still down with the hood and with the homies, and I'm still just Monique from the block." I think she
Hmm.
was just trying to do too much. And anyway, but what it also made me do was make me go watch some more's comedy show. Now, did you watch that?
I did not watch some more. I was on somebody's show and they just kept doing this for some reason and didn't have any like it had no meaning to
It
anything.
has no meaning anymore. It's been
Yeah,
used so long, but so now it's just fun. It's a
yeah.
drinking game.
But no,
Um,
I didn't see it.
so I went to watch some more because I was like, well, while we in this, let me just keep it going. And I watched
Uh-huh.
some more's comedy show.
Wait. We go back to chicken though.
Oh, I'm
Remember,
sorry, I didn't rate.
we counting wings and chicken wings on a scale of about 4 wings. Remember, I gave Monique 2 pieces of chicken for her
Okay.
delicate, oh so delicate and delicious comedy special. 2 delicious pieces of chicken. What you
I'm
got?
not gonna be as generous as you. While I did like her hair. It was styled, coiffed very nicely. I
Say that word again.
coiffed. It was
Okay.
coiffed very
Wow.
nicely.
Okay.
She had a nice little ensemble on, very nice little nice dress. So I'm not gonna not give her no chicken. One is too generous. I think I'm just gonna give it a bone out of one
Oh,
chicken. I think I'm just gonna give it a bone out of one chicken. I
let's
can't.
go. You know what though? I just thought about it. You and Monique go back with beef. Y'all go
Oh
back with
yeah,
beef.
we totally had. Yeah, we had a run in.
She was on our show years ago,
Yep.
and Alex really kind of busted, kind of like I don't want to say you dissed her because you didn't really diss her. You
I
kind of
did
just called
not.
her out. You called her
Yes.
out on her with the big and the skinny things, and what was it?
I
I
gave
can't
her a chance
remember
to
it slightly.
explain herself. So I'm not one of those that's I'm never trying to have a gotcha. I'm never trying to do any of that. But I mean, I do come from the people want to know this
Hmm.
is what you did. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to explain your choices and explain your comments because things can be taken out of context. So from the horse's mouth, let's go. And I did say to her that when she was overweight, before she way overweight, obese, before she was on her weight loss journey, she gave thinner women a hell of a time. She
Hmm.
called them all kinds of things outside of their name, didn't give them any respect, said don't respect them and hate on them, they're whatever. But when and there were a lot of bigger women who followed Monique. When Monique says, you don't have to lose any weight, you don't have to do anything, don't change yourself at
That was
all,
bad. That
don't
was
do
bad.
anything. Then it wasn't about self love, it was about health, is why I
Mhm.
didn't like that message. So then
Uh-uh.
Monique then starts to get
You
in
need to take
shape and
another.
try to get healthy. I don't
You
need
need to
another
take another
swig
sip of your
just yet, but
scissor. Okay.
it's coming. It's coming
Uh,
though. You'll see another one.
Drinking cough syrup like the rappers out there, man. All you need is a
Yeah,
gold tooth.
take it to the head. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I ain't no punk.
Yeah.
But so when she realized it was a health issue, and then she said, "I want to be around for my babies," and so she started losing weight and started getting healthy. This bitch was all clammed up, never said anything. And I asked her,
She thought folks was gonna forget. That's what she did.
well, I said, I believe you have a responsibility that now you have
Right.
learned. That's where you were at the time, but now that you've learned new information that it's about health, it's not about self love and acceptance. You've left them over there.
Hmm.
You have not taken them along with you. These people loved you enough that they came with you on that journey. You need to take them with you out of respect into the get healthy journey so you can be around and be around for your family, which is why you said you were doing so. What has been your decision as to why you have not done that? You just left them hanging over there. And she went off on me.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Right.
Who are you speaking for? I was like,
Right.
I'm
Right.
speaking on behalf of someone who used to be a big girl, who used to be fat, and got my health together. And I'm speaking on behalf of those who you are not helping people do better. You
Mm.
helped them be bad, but you didn't help them do good. Oh, she went off and went on. I didn't call you to talk about that. I called you to talk about my
I
show.
felt
Only
good
ask me questions
about it
about. Yeah.
because I wasn't getting cussed out by the celebrity. It
And
was
you were usually
Alex.
the one, but
Yeah, I'm always one.
she was like,
Yeah.
only ask me questions about this. And I was like, broad, you don't call my show and tell me what questions I get to ask you. Turned into the point where she hung up on me.
I was
Cause,
sitting there.
cause Trey, he sat back and was like, he was like, go
I'm
get him, Tiger.
well, yeah, yeah. I was like,
And
hey, go
but
ahead.
now you disrespecting me. You're not gonna call, you need me. I didn't call into the Monique show. You called into the show with Trey and Alex. You need
Mhm,
me to help your publicity for your little
mhm,
TV show. Yeah, she
mhm.
hung up on me.
Yeah,
I called her back.
yeah. Good stuff. It was
I was
tender.
like, why you hang up? I would like the answer to the question that people want to know.
Yeah,
She proceeded to tell me only ask me questions, and I was like, well, that's not happened. And she hung up on me again.
yeah.
We
I
left
was
it there.
kinda hung up on by people.
But that was my thing with Mo, and I think that's valid. I
So
think that was valid. I don't think I was being a bitch. I wasn't trying to get in a gotcha moment. That was the opportunity for her to explain to her people.
well,
All
again,
she had to do, Kylie Jenner. Remember when she was lying about the lips and stuff? Kylie was just like, I was embarrassed and I was young and I didn't want to admit it, but yeah, I was. And I just wasn't mature enough at the time. That's all Monique had to say. Just accept what you do and move on. And nobody would have cared. She
it is what
still
it is.
hasn't addressed it. She still hasn't.
All right. Again, search us where you listen to podcasts. We're on all of the popular podcast networks. You can always check us out. Simply search Trey and Alex. All right. I don't know if you heard about this. It's a new
You
freak.
didn't let me tell you about some more. You cut me before the some
Oh,
more.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
Some
short.
more.
It's short.
Oh,
It's
okay.
short.
Go ahead.
Lead a freaknik up there. It's short.
Okay.
Watch this some more comedy special. I think she's past her prime too. Her timing wasn't right. It was funnier than Monique's, but
Hmm.
and she mentioned Monique. She talked about it for 5 good minutes. I'm like, you really trying to help your friend's career. The one thing though, please, when you're on stage, do not have an outfit that is more distracting than your material.
Yeah.
Anybody who's an up and coming anybody trying to do anything, host a show, host a fashion show, be a comedian, because she wore some shoes. Now you knew you couldn't walk in them shoes. You were supposed to practice around the house. I don't know how many hours you need. You need at least like 10 good hours in the shoes, minimum 20 hours. So it's like walking normal. She couldn't walk in the shoes. So I barely could pay attention to what she was saying because she's hobbling across the stage for the whole damn hour. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I have no interest in it. So I'm glad you saw it. And
Wasn't that great?
yeah. All right, Freaknik. There's a new documentary about Freaknik that is being put together as we speak. It's produced by Jermaine Dupree, Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, and like 5 or 6 other people. It will showcase the extracurricular activities that occurred in Atlanta in the early 90s, actually throughout the entire 90s, maybe 7, 8 years in the 90s, because the last one was in like 98. So what,
Yeah.
91, 90 to 98, something like that.
96 was the year it was really popping.
You went?
I did not go to Freaknik. I
Okay.
did not go to Freaknik. Any of the Freakniks. That wasn't my scene.
I was too
No.
young. I was too young to participate in Freaknik activities. I was. I was
You're
too young.
you're younger than me. You weren't too young. You just on
I
the
just
cusp.
I just didn't go. I didn't
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I didn't go. Maybe my paper wasn't right at the time, or maybe I didn't know the
Yeah.
magnitude of have how what was going down in Freaknik.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming. It's about to
You
happen.
probably couldn't get any play because young dudes don't get play. We could dress up and look older than our age, but when you a young dude, girls ain't trying to give you no play. We want the older dude.
We used to call them vets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to call them vets. But yeah, so the documentary is coming out. So what happened at Freaknik from the all of the stories. You can listen to songs. You can look at rap videos. You can just talk to people who've been down there. Some people went down to Freaknik and stayed in Atlanta and just built like their whole life and surroundings around just being Atlanta because it was the lavish shit in
Yep.
the 90s. It was lav. It was
There was some debauchery going on for real.
from what I hear. So you have, sex and drugs and they're out there selling. It's a whole bunch of just stuff going on.
Nakedness, like the the
All of that.
the black girls gone wild type,
You got Uncle Luke is involved in this, man. So I
men
can
gone
stop right there.
wild.
Yeah, I can stop right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're working on this now. It's been funny because online everybody's talking about it, Twitter, Facebook. Everybody's like, one chick said, they better not release any footage. I did not sign a consent form. So yeah, interesting. There's one video, one picture that's online. I don't know if you saw it. It's like four dudes. Then it's like three chicks. One chick is upside down.
Dude,
She's upside down. It's like three Hennessy bottles.
dude.
It went down. It went down.
It's BET uncut.
Yeah, basically.
That
In a
is what the
documentary.
Freaknik is. Yeah.
So yeah, so they're putting this documentary together. It's interesting because, like I said, I was too young to go. But if we fast forward maybe about 4 or 5 years later, the Black College Week, the Black College Reunion in Daytona Beach, Florida,
Yeah. You went to those?
3, 4 years in a row,
Yeah, yeah. See, I didn't go to any that is not my scene. I didn't do any of that. That's
3,
not
4 years in a row. And so let me tell you,
I'm an angel.
because this was a long time ago. This was a long, long time ago. So I can
See my
speak on the
halo?
events.
See my halo?
So they would have an ass line, right? It's called an ass line. So you have two, maybe about, I'm gonna say about 20. Now, I'm talking about two. You can have 20 dudes on one side of the sidewalk. Like, so they on the right side of the sidewalk. Then you got
Okay.
another 20 cats on the left side of the sidewalk.
I think I know where you're going here.
And so just think Soul Train line, but
Yeah.
it's women in the bikinis with their asses out walking down the Soul Train line.
Choosing to walk down this line. They
Because
know
if you
what's
walk
happening, right?
Yes, because if
Okay.
you walk down this line, somebody's gonna feel on your ass. Now, this is way before Me Too. Me Too wasn't even thought about. This wasn't even happening. It
Just
was.
feel. Are we grabbing? Are we
Oh, we
smacking that ass?
asses is being grabbed. Now, I'm not gonna, of course, disclose if I was participating in any of these activities, but I just know that these things were occurring.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a time.
And it was by women's choice. They wanted to walk down. They knew what was coming down the line.
Absolutely.
Okay, you get to do
And
what you want to
then
do. As long
you
as I
had
got
some
choice.
you had some rebels.
Yeah.
After they got their ass grabbed, they would, try to grab your genitalia.
Good for them, as well they
Isn't that-
should.
We trying to grab balls. We grabbing well,
Grab
they're
me and I
grabbing
grab you
asses.
back.
There you go. That's how that was.
I love
So
it.
that was just the least of the stuff that was happening.
Reciprocity.
Yes, that was the least of all the activities because there would be times where you're just walking down the street and then you see a whole like a circle of guys. And just know that in the middle of that circle, you got some women doing some things to each other.
Oh, I don't want to know.
A whole
Okay.
bunch of stuff. Oh my
Okay.
God. Those were the times. This was over 20 years ago. That was a long time ago. It was a long, long, long time.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
All right.
be
Well,
on the lookout.
while we're talking about TV, I just do want to the couple things here. I might have to owe you $5.
Okay. Because Roy Wood is going to be the host of the Comedy Central show, right?
They gave him a week to host.
Uh-huh.
I do not believe he should be the host, but I did not even see that guest week coming, and
Hit
he
me.
did. I may have to owe you $5. He did a good job. There were things that I did not like.
Listen.
Wait,
Listen. Listen, Linda.
I might owe you $5. I'm telling you, he did a good job, but there were some things that areas to improve. And he does not give me that feel of a host. It felt like a performance the whole time. And sometimes as the host, there's a different delivery, but I'm not saying he didn't do a good job. So I might owe you $5. We'll see. We shall see.
3 shows ago, I told Alex that Roy Wood would succeed Trevor Noah.
Noah.
Trevor Noah. I was about to call him Trevor Lawrence, the football. That's right. You heard him. Pay the man, Alex. Pay him.
We don't know yet. I
Yeah.
may have to.
So about 3, 4 shows ago, I made a bet with Alex that Roy Wood would be the next host of the what's it called? The
The
Daily Show.
Daily Show. Yeah.
And so now she's coming to realize that that's what's going to happen.
I
I mean,
don't know that's what's going to happen.
he
I've
was the
watched
correspondent.
all 8 people who
He
have,
was,
and
he was the
another correspondent is actually going to guest host next week. So they're still doing the guest hosts.
no, it's going to be Roy Wood's job. So
Okay.
that's
And last thing, Beef on Netflix. Have you seen that show?
no.
I'm going to tell you to watch it. It's a show based on a road rage incident. And from there, shit get crazy.
Okay.
It's good. I'm 3 episodes in, and Asians are having their moment, a full moment. But it's so far it's good. It's just think of any road rage incident and then take it too far, going to people's houses, and yeah, it's good. That's the next one to watch. You got homework.
Beef. Okay. I'm going to write
Beef.
this down. Beef. All right. I'm going to check it out. Still haven't finished the entire Swarm series,
What
but
you doing?
I want to watch that with somebody.
You still
I
ain't
want,
watched Black Panther. What you doing?
hey, listen. Hey. Stop that. Stop bringing up old stuff. Stop bringing up old stuff. All right. What you got this week?
So I want to ask you about some life mottos. You know, there's I talk to people, and the people be saying, Alex, you seem so positive all the time. And Alex, exactly, I'm chipper.
Jolly.
I just love your attitude and things like that. And it's like, well, I just have a few new mottos that I like to live by.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just thinking, I think everybody has some mottos that they live by, but I want to know what were some of your mottos. I'll share mine with you.
Yeah, motto. What? Yeah. What do you mean?
So for me, one of the things that I fully believe is it's all a part of the story. So if anything happens in life, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's either a good story to tell later down the line. It's an experience that I've learned. I can turn it into something, use it in a way to benefit me down the line in another experience. Like whatever happens to me, nothing is just too bad. At some point, it's going to come around and be useful. It's just if you get to a certain age in life, and I used to say like 60, but I'm 44. So I'm going to say 45. If you get to 45 and you don't have a good story to tell, you've done it wrong. You've just done it wrong. Like you're talking about your black college weekend, like just all of these little things that happen, it's just all a part of your story. And so anything that happens in life, that's one of the things. I just take it as it comes, good, bad. It's building my book. It's building my Lifetime movie. So that's
Okay.
one of them. And another one is it could always be worse. I could have no legs. Now, I don't know that's what I usually say. It could be worse. I could have no legs. I don't know what's going to happen if something happens to my legs. I'm going to have to come up with something else. But it could always be worse. So I'm not saying this ain't some bullshit, but in the grand scheme of life, this can get worse. You know what I mean? So I do live in that. I'm not 100% chipper. I mean, I'll have my moment and be like, damn, I can't believe, I'll be in it for a minute, but I always say it could be worse.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, get mad or don't, but then move the hell on. Stop wasting the energy. So get fully mad and do your mad thing, but, I'm going to have to cough. But these people that, they get mad at folks
Remember, she's sick. She's over there. Show them what you're drinking on over there. Sipping on some
let me just take a
syrup.
hit now. Hold on.
Sipping on some syrup. Again, TreyandAlexx.com as our stall. We're talking about mottos, apparently. She's giving me her mottos. I'm about to give her mine in a sec.
That was good. But yeah, get mad or don't. Choose what you're going to do, but then move on. So there's people who let's say you're in a relationship. That's silent treatment for a week. or
Mhm.
2 weeks. It's like, well, what is that for? That takes too much energy.
Mhm.
Get mad, cuss them out, 5 good minutes, go hard, do 10, go a whole half hour, let it rip, and then move on.
Mhm.
Don't bottle it up inside. You got to emote. No, nobody want a heart attack. To have the high blood pressure, but it ain't serving you to keep on going with that type of energy.
Mhm.
Especially like I would say in a relationship, if I'm not leaving you, there's no point in me staying mad at you for a week or two. It's just there's no point. So if I'm gonna still stay with you, might as well move on. What you want for dinner, honey? And the last one that's a motto that I really believe is, well, I got two more. I'm gonna do two more. One is, yeah. Number one, Jesus will help you, but not unless you work to help yourself first.
Okay.
You can't expect Jesus to come along and you want a job, but you're not out looking for a job. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be sitting back watching TV and all of a sudden a job's gonna come to you. Or whatever it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to get into a different position in life, if you're trying to get, make that money, if you're
Mhm.
trying to do whatever, it will come, but you need to help yourself first in order to get the help the universe is gonna give you. And then I'll give you my last one. It's advice I give too, but I'll give you, work as hard as you can while you can. Because you
Mhm.
are not always going to be able to work when you want to work.
Mhm.
Even when you're older in life, your body may not let you pull all those hours, or it may not be as easy to get out of bed or do it late. I'm just, you may not be trying to do all that at 60. So front load it. If you can double up in your 20s and work harder in your 30s, make it easier for yourself down the line. Work as hard as you can while you can. That was my mottos. I sound like a wise Yoda, don't I?
That was beautiful. That was touching. I want to shed a thug tear listening to all of that. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I like that.
I
Let's
left off Marry for Money first,
see. My man
and
said,
and
"Well said."
and
See
then
that?
Marry for Love. Thank you.
Yeah, a motto that he lives by here. There it is. The only movement is forward. You can't move forward without going backwards. My new motto. All right.
You
All right.
can't move
Cool.
forward going back. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, love it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, while you were talking, I was writing down mine and listening to yours at the same damn time. Look at me rapping. I don't rhyme, but I do it all the time. I got four that I live by.
Okay,
Now, all of these are four mottos that I live by currently, but they happen in the order that I give you. That's how they came to me for me to live by them. I'm gonna give you the
okay,
first
okay.
one, and then the second one, and the third one, and the fourth. But again, these are all that I live by. The first one, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some water as well. You go ahead and because this is
I
about to
have
be.
to. I have to stall.
Mhm.
Episode 54. Trey and out. Give me that. I'm really curious what you're gonna say because you didn't write these out ahead of time.
No,
I don't
I
think
just came up
I
with them
yeah,
listening to
I didn't
yours.
tell you. Yeah.
Okay, so four mottos that I live by, all in order. The first one, and this was, I guess you can say, my mom taught me this, and I would hear her saying this a lot. What you do will come back on you.
Mm.
So try to be as nice as you can to people. What you
Karma.
do will come back on you. Um, like I said, that's something that I always have a conscience. I always want to do the right thing. Now, if you've caught me in the past as I was a shorty and I may have shoplifted or something like that, I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So was never thinking that I would, you know, uh, own a store and some little kids would come into my store and steal
Right.
from me. So I'm not thinking that way. So,
Okay.
try to, yeah, you just know that I always have good intentions.
Okay.
Uh, Something that I got a little older, and Bernie Mac said this: "I don't care if you don't like me, I like me." So that basically says that you don't have to live your life based on people's opinion of you
Oh,
or what people think you should be doing or what people think you should be at in your life or whatever. No, you like yourself. I like me. And I don't care if you don't like me. I don't give a damn about you. You're not adding anything to my well being, my finances, my growth. So I could care less what you think.
yeah, I take that and run.
Number three, don't sweat the small shit.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the small shit. And this is something that I've been living by. And man, when you don't sweat the small shit, your life and your stress level goes down and your life is so much smoother when you just don't sweat the small shit. And that means pick and choose your own battles. You know, if you're going to go into combat and you feel really passionate about something, okay, go ahead and fight for it. But if it's something that's really not going to make a difference, or, you don't want to just keep going with something. Sometimes it's okay. No,
Yep.
fuck that. It's always okay to let people win because if in their mind they thought they're winning, that they're thinking that they're winning, and the situation you've come to I guess you've solved the problem, and there's no more drama, and it's not hurting you at all.
Mhm, mhm,
Let somebody win the
mhm.
argument. Let them think they punked you, whatever. Just as long as that situation is over. And my last one, and this is something that, I'm on this now in general. No negative energy. Get the fuck away from me with
Oh,
negativity.
yes.
No
Yes.
negativity whatsoever.
Yeah,
These are
can't do it.
4 mottos that I live strongly by. Again, number 1, karma. What you do will come back on you. Whatever you do will end up happening to you. So try to move right. You're
Yep.
not perfect. You're gonna make some mistakes, but try to move right. I don't care if you don't like me, I like me, which means that you're not living your life for anybody else
Oh,
but yourself.
absolutely. Yes.
Do not care about anybody's opinion about you.
No.
Don't care about, what they say, how they feel,
Oh,
what they
no.
think you should be doing. No, you are living your life for you. Man, I
I'm the
need to go ahead.
queen of that.
I need to go on tour. I need to go on tour. I'm feeling myself right now. I'm just joking. Um, don't sweat the small shit. Again, pick and choose your own battles. Pick and choose your own battles. If it ain't worth it, let it go. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
And lastly, no negative energy. No negative
Yeah,
energy
I don't have
around me.
time for that either.
Don't come around me with no
I like
negativity.
yours. I like it.
Yeah. And
I
this
like
was
it.
a freestyle too, because it was easy for me to write it down after I figured out what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you because I'm the queen of giving 0 fucks. I give negative fucks.
Mhm.
Uh, where'd you get that from? I don't know where I get it from. I have a theory of where I get it from. I don't know. But where'd you get that from?
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah, because I go hard in the paint for not giving a fuck.
It's funny because nobody's really like that in my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a mean brother, or like everybody's pretty. I'm like really different than the rest of my family.
Same.
So I guess it's because of the shit that I have to deal with. And well, in the past, not really these days, but
Yeah, yeah.
of course, from experience, people, I don't know what I give off to certain people that the people just think I'm just like somebody you can walk over and just bullshit and take advantage of.
Oh, people think that?
Yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Oh, no, I don't get that.
And then when I cuss your ass out, or
Oh,
like once
yeah.
you hit that button, then not.
Everybody can get because everybody can get it. I
It's
told you I
something.
almost cussed them nuns out in Italy.
It's something in my face that says, "Try this guy." Let's see how far we can get, because
Oh.
I'm giving you, the courteous, nice, friendly shit. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
then now when I show you how it go down, then
Yeah.
because you don't deserve that at first. I just met you, or
Right, I'm not gonna give it to you out the gate.
why, why?
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
go there, yeah. So go there. So
Everybody can get it.
I
Everybody.
think it's just an experience of just always having to deal with the public.
Yeah.
Even before radio, I was in customer service as a manager at a clothing store and at a movie theater. So I'm dealing with the public, so I know how to deal with. And then after a point, you're gonna press my button, and then I'm gonna give you hell. You know. So yeah, I think it just comes from experience of just dealing with people. Yeah,
I just think it's a confidence thing for me, and I don't know who gave it to me, but just I have a dangerous level of self-esteem and confidence. I mean, I know I shake the best,
yeah,
but part of that is because I don't think I'm too good for anything.
Mhm.
I'm grounded in that. Like there's no work I'm too good to do. I take a minute self-reflection. Did I do that right? Okay, okay, like I'm open to growth.
Mhm.
And I mean, I've done a lot of work as far as I'm very proud in all the experiences I've had, my education, you know what I mean? I'm just not just out here, there's been so I mean, it's just my confidence, I believe is where I get that from. And then, if you got a problem, God, I'm sorry for you. But
Mhm.
yeah, I love me a lot. Like
You
a
had another
Beyonce song.
you had another one. Advice, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get to that in the next show. I would love to talk to you because this is fun because I used to be the youngest person in the room for many, many years, starting radio at like 17 years old. But now I am older and I am no longer the youngest person in the room. And I have, even had teams where people worked under me and found myself as the old lady, the elder giving advice. But I would like to maybe on the next show, let's talk about the best advice you were given and the best advice you give.
Oh, okay.
Let's
That's
hit those
another
next time.
that's another one where Imma hit y'all in the face with some of this Les Brown I got all up in me. Give you that motivation. So, thank you guys for checking us out. Once again, treyandalex.com. That's our website. You can check out past shows. We are also live, of course, on Facebook, also Twitter, and we got to get that Twitch back going. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't been really caring too much about the Twitch thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're saying, oh, okay. I didn't know what you would put your finger up. Usually, when folks put their finger up, it's time to fight or something. You about to cuss me out. They know what to do. Thank y'all so very much for taking us out. Trey and Alex, I'm Trey the Chocolate Jock.
I'm Alex Dupree.
Have a great week. We'll talk to you.